If you're sitting around thinking your system's not blinged out enough, G.Skill's got just the thing for you. It's the brand new Trident Z5 Royal series of DDR5 memory. They call it the luxury class of high-performance DDR5. It's designed for Intel platforms and includes a signature crystalline light bar with electroplated aluminum heat spreaders with a mirrored finish. You can get these kits in either gold or silver and in capacities up to 96 gigabytes. The package ships in a matte black box with a little sleeve with the Royal branding on it. Inside, we have this little card with some info and tips for getting started, a little bit of G.Skill swag for your case, and this looks like a microfiber cloth for cleaning off the fingerprints that are going to be unavoidable on those mirrored heat spreaders. The modules fit nice and snug into the foam padding in the box, should be safe and secure during shipping, and also if you need to store the memory, this is a nice reusable package for that too. Looks like the modules are covered with a protective film here on both sides. As soon as you get that off, you can see how insanely smooth and reflective it is. I'm gonna try hard not to touch it and get it all gunked up with fingerprints. You can pretty much get a clear view of the overhead camera I'm using. It's like looking into a mirror. It's insane. There's the fancy branding right there, Trident Z5 Royal. You can see the way the light bars are made up of a whole bunch of little crystal-like structures. Kinda looks like gems or maybe even ice. So this kit here is two 16GB DDR5 modules, so 32GB total capacity. Its rated speed is 6400 mega transfers per second with timings 32, 39, 39, 102. And it's Intel XMP 3.0 ready, so configuring all the settings is going to be as easy as selecting the XMP profile in your system BIOS. Keep in mind when you install a new memory kit and boot up the system for the first time, it's going to run at default settings, which in this case I believe is 4800 mega transfers per second, so it's going to be really important that you enable XMP to get the full rated speeds and timings out of your kit. As far as the actual hardware goes, G.Skill uses hand-screened ICs on a custom 10-layer PCB, and the memory chips in this kit are manufactured by SK Hynix. As of right now, at the time of filming this video, the fastest rated kit available is 8400 mega transfers with CL40 timings, and it's only available in 48GB capacity. So you're gonna have to look at a slower clock kit if you want more than 48GB. So I got the kit installed in the test system that you can see behind me right here. It's running an Intel Core i7-13700K and an Asus Z790 Prime Wi-Fi motherboard, and the GPU is the Intel Arc A770 Limited Edition. Once you get these things installed into a board, that reflective surface looks amazing. You can see all the little fine details and electrical circuits mirroring up onto the heat spreaders. And when you turn it on, it turns into the craziest RGB lighting that I've ever seen on a kit of RAM. It's really hard to want to look at anything else in the system with this going on in there. Now I want to get this into my main system, so I guess it's upgrade time. You can sync up the lighting with your motherboard and control it with third-party software like AuraSync, RGB Fusion, Mystic Light, and Polychrome, or you can use G.Skill's own lighting control software. I'm familiar with it because I've been using it for a while, so I know my way around, but it's really not my favorite lighting control app, but it does get the job done. It gives you total control over each LED individually, so you can really set up your own custom look if you want. There's also a list of 14 preset effects that you can quickly apply. Some of these let you make some small adjustments to things like brightness, color, or the speed of the effect. Now I'm going to do a little overclocking to see if I can squeeze any more performance out of this kit. So out of the box with XMP enabled, we're running at DDR5 6400 CL32. And the way I'm going to try to overclock this is I'm going to keep those XMP timings all locked in the way that they are, then I'm going to scale the frequency up until we find the point where it's not stable anymore. First, I'm going to increase the voltage to 1.45 to give me a little bit more power to work with. And to start, I'm going to increase the frequency by 200, so that's going to put us up to 6600 mega transfers. To test for stability, I ran the system through a really long loop of Cinebench R23 multi-core test, so it just keeps going through that again and again and again, over and over, and 6600 mega transfers was rock solid. I went up by another 200, got the frequency up to 6800 mega transfers, ran the same stability tests, and found it to be rock solid once again. So I went up to 7000, and that's where I started to run into stability issues. So as far as I'm concerned, with this specific kit that I'm testing here, the upper limit is going to be around 6800 mega transfers. Here's the AIDA64 Extreme benchmark results at each of the tested speeds. You can see there's a little bit of extra performance left on the table at 6400 mega transfers. So if you're an overclocker and you don't mind running your hardware out of spec, you should be able to get a bit more out of these modules. Whether or not that results in any type of real world improvement is really going to depend on what application you're running. Quick note on compatibility. Make sure you always check the QVL list when you're picking out a memory kit. There's nothing worse than getting into a system build or doing an upgrade and then running into compatibility issues. G.Skill has a pretty good QVL list on their website where you can check all the different motherboards that are supported for each one of their different memory kits. At the end of the day, this is like a piece of jewelry for your PC, and it looks damn good. More importantly though, it's a solid performing memory kit with some room for overclocking. Obviously, overclocking results can vary, but my testing shows that there is some potential there. Stability and performance are the most important things to consider for any system build, and I didn't experience a single issue in any of the applications I tested. So the G.Skill Royal Series DDR5 seems like a nice option for premium system builders looking for a solid performance and arguably some of the best looking lighting effects you're ever going to see on a kit of memory. Full specs, details, and purchasing links are in the description. Make sure you check that stuff out if you're interested, and drop us a comment down below and tell us what you think about this G.Skill Trident Z5 Royal Series of memory. Get subscribed on your way out, and we'll see ya.